sit down.
And now, streaming live from the sunny Southern California coast, this is Options Uncensored.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve. Welcome to Options Uncensored. We're making real option trades in real time together. Let's get right into it. First things first, make sure you have your brokerage account open so you can follow along. Have your YouTube video quality set as high as possible. That way you can read the numbers a whole lot easier. Have a calculator on hand so we can do some easy math. If you have a question or a stock you want to go over together, leave it in the comments and we'll do that together live. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. All right, happy Friday, everybody. Happy last trading day of the year. Thank you so much for tuning in today and all year long. Let's get into our open positions. Across the board, everything is mostly green today. Down a little bit in AMD, our short call spread, and down a little bit in XBI. This one's on the fence here. Everything January expiration, all short call spreads. I don't think we need to go over everything. You know the story. TLT's getting close, trying to get to 19 on that one. We're at 29, so 10 cents away. Everything else just kind of chilling. Very, very quiet day. Very, very quiet week. Next week, we'll see how things open in the new year and decide whether we're going to hold or roll, okay? But we'll go over that next week, okay? Let's see if there are any new opportunities today despite the very quiet news day. First up, we'll start with the firm. I know we tried opening something with the firm earlier this week. It does look like it's topping out. Remember now, all new positions will be February expiration. If we sold 70 and bought 75 on the call side, it's 210 minus 155 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.5% there. That one's okay. Put side February affirm. If you sold 32.5 and bought 25, that's 750. 87 minus 25 divided by 2 divided by 750, 4.1%. Interesting. Like you said yesterday and the day before, this affirm rally is way overextended. Unsustainable too. I think they got downgraded by, I can't remember recently. Yeah, once the holiday season's over, this thing will be quiet. We'll mark it, maybe come back. In the same boat, Coinbase run is way overblown here. We looked at Coinbase the past couple days, past couple weeks, trying to see if there's any strikes that are liquid enough to make a trade. It's very hard. Earnings are February 20th. Good. Insiders are selling. Wonderful. Call side for February. If you sold 240 and bought 250, we got a 50-cent spread here. If you want liquidity, you got to go all the way out to no man's land. Put side, same story. If you want liquidity, you got to go out to like the 110. You got an 8-cent spread here. No good. No good. Moving on. ARM. Earnings are February 1st, so earnings will be included in February expiration. No news specifically, just same story. It's gone up a lot. Not a lot of chart history on this one, just because it IPO'd earlier this year in September. Put side. If you sold 95 and bought 100, good liquidity here. Just remember this includes earnings, which are over a month away, so we've got some time to make things happen. 156 minus 107 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.9, not even 5% on the call side. Put side, if you sold 62.5 and bought 57.5, 115 minus 53 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6.2. So definitely, for very obvious reasons, you get paid more on the put side. Anticipating a pullback in the early new year. What was the strike again? 62.5? 62.5 on the chart is right here. So that's, it seems very fairly priced. I wouldn't say there's any, I don't know. I'd pass on this one. Moderna, mRNA, they are up again today. We're trying to get it up to anywhere between, I don't know, now or 103 and the 200-day, which would hit around 112. So selling the call side, sure, as long as you move past 112. A lot of resistance at 115. Just coming up on a lot of resistance in general. Call side February. When are earnings? Sorry, let's check earnings first. Earnings are February 22nd. I believe earnings are after expiration. Let's check it out. Yeah. So February won't include earnings. Okay, liquidity here. This one's tough. 120 is a little close, and 125 is a little too far out. So you'd have to sell 120. 251 minus 184 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.7% return. So you definitely get paid to take that risk. Sell 120, buy 125. Liquidity's not bad. 7-cent spread here. 8-cent spread here. I'm not opposed to this one. Maybe we'll mark it and come back. What's nice is you don't have to deal with earnings. Intel's next, INTC, one of the best names of the year. Earnings are January 25th, less than a month away, so we're going to move on from this one. But what a great year for them. Opened the year at 25, now at 50, more than doubled for the year. We'll come back after earnings. If there's a big move in either direction, then we'll do something there, okay? Next is Uber. Upgrade, downgrade? I can't remember what it was. Downgrade of Uber today from neutral to neutral from buy, but lifts price target to 62, so that's where it's at right now. Earnings are February 14th, so that would be included in February expiration. Same story like the rest, big run up since end of October and kind of just hanging out, plateauing here. Not an all-time high, but very, very close to an all-time high. Look at this big move. When you pull back the chart, huge move. It looks unsustainable is the word we're looking for. Anticipating like the rest of the market overall, it's some sort of pullback in January, early part of the year. All these call spreads will hopefully make money. If not, we'll keep rolling. Uber's interesting. Earnings again February 14th. So this expiration is including earnings. You'd have to sell 72.5 and buy 75. I know it's a tight spread, but those are the numbers. 84 minus 56 divided by 2 divided by 250. 5.6% there. Okay, got good liquidity. That's always nice. Put side, we sold 52.5 and bought 47.5. 59 minus 20 divided by 2 divided by 500, 3.9. Even worse there. I'd skip Uber. Let's check in, following up from earlier this week on Nike. Post-earnings drop and no movement afterwards. News today, Nike will lay off 700 jobs, so that's good for the stock price. You got lower low, lower low, lower low. And you got lower highs, lower high, lower high, and then possibly another lower high here. And now it's just hanging out in no man's land below the 200-day. So the gap opened after earnings was below the 200-day, rallied up and hit it, hitting it again today. So continued movement downward, possible. Or, I don't know, this is a tough one. On the put side, you'd have to sell 100 by 95. 64 minus 28 divided by 2 divided by 500. 3.6 there. Not great on the put side. Call side, you have to sell 120 and buy 125. 63 minus 29 divided by 2 divided by 500. 3.4. We're going to take Nike off the list. There's no more post earnings. Volatility is completely gone, so all these spreads are not worth the risk. Okay. Next up, we'll check in with Enphase ENPH. Earnings, February 6th, so that's included in February's expiration, but we've got over a month to figure things out. We have this descending trend line. Resistance for sure at 152. And you've got the 200-day at 145. Possibly resistance all the way from 2021 back here. So between 144, 145, and 152, we should get resistance. So as long as your strikes are past that, call side February, including earnings, though, remember that, right? Yes, February includes earnings. 170, sell the 170, and buy the 185, $1,000, $1,500 spread. 170. That's 395 minus 230 divided by 2 divided by 1,500. That's 5.5% return. That seems fair. Today's the 29th. Earnings were when? February 6th. So a little more than a month. They can find something better. Moving on. Let's check in with gold. I believe gold's down today, very slightly. What contract are we in? 31 days left. GFF4. Just look at the futures chart for gold really quick here. Okay. Not near an all-time high, but close. Call side for gold for February expiration. If you sold 200 and bought 205, it's as good as you're going to get. 172 minus 99 divided by 2 divided by 500, 7.3%. Wow. It's hard to pass on. 200 is a little close. 200's way up here. I don't know if you could see it or not. 200's up here. That's definitely an all-time high for sure. Again, I think wait for gold to make another all-time high and then sell the call spread. And definitely call skew on this one. Don't sell the put side. You'd have to Your short would be 182. You only get paid 62 cents. Call side, your short leg is 200. You get 173. So I would sell 200 by 205, but I personally am going to wait till all-time high. We'll check in with Newmont. Same thing, waiting for it to go to 44, but I don't think it's there yet, so we'll hold on this one. Boeing was in the news this morning. Boeing had some issues with some kind of bolt being loose in one of their MAX 737s. Boeing urges 737 MAX inspection for possible loose bolt. Earnings are January 24th, so less than a month away. Like I said, we're going to wait for post-earnings to make a move. Big move down, big move up. Remember, we were in this one for December expiration. Got blown away. Crazy move up. And we weren't able to roll it, so we took the loss back in December on this one. Looks to be peaking out for sure. I mean, these kind of moves, these parabolic moves up are unsustainable. So like I said earlier in the show today, I anticipate some sort of pullback in January for most of these big names. Okay. Yeah, hold on tight. Call side, sell 290, buy 295, but remember that's including earnings. 264 minus 198 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6.6%. You're getting paid, but you got to get paid to hold through earnings. So unless you think there's going to be a quick movement down before January 24th. Who knows? All right, KRE is next. Banking ETF. We're looking for 56. It's down today slightly. It may never get to 56. Looking for the resistance here. Just chilling out here. Same story like the rest. If early new year we get a pullback, this will come back with it. If the rally continues though, and the banks go with it, definitely buy 56. I'll open a short call spread on the KRE. Not today though. Finally, let's look at the TLT. Down today, I have my short call spread for January expiration. Sold the 103, which is up here, and bought the 106, which is up here. So far, so good. For February, though, call side, 105 is a little close. IV's okay. 1 second. Yeah, IV's okay. Not great. If you want to push the risk, sell the 105. If not, sell 106, buy 109. 65 minus 35 divided by 2 divided by 300, 5% right on the nose. 15. We're trying to get 19 for 300. So I'm trying to get a better return. 19 divided by 300. I'm trying to get 6.3%. My position's better. On the put side, if you want to do that, sell 93, buy 90. I don't think you get paid for it though. 41 minus 18 divided by 2 divided by 300. Nah, 3.8. You're not getting paid for it. Skip the put side. Everything you get paid for is on the call side. Okay? Let's look at scanner. IV ring scanner, sort by volume here. Tesla. We didn't look at Tesla today. We should be getting close on earnings for some of these things. Early January, mid-January starts earnings season. With the banks, earnings for Tesla are January 24th, less than a month away. I've traded Tesla before. I don't know if you remember, if you've been with the channel for a long time, last December we sold, where was it? Last December. Oh yeah, right here. So we sold puts here last December, moved way against us, had to roll it to January, came way back in January, and made our money then. Tesla's a fun one. It moves, and when it moves, it gets the momentum going and keeps going, then big pullback. So right now, it's just in this consolidation phase. There's no big movement. We've been waiting since, I don't know, October, September-ish for it to do something. Hasn't done anything yet. Like I've always said, if it moves up a lot, sell the call spread. If it keeps moving down, sell the put spread. But nothing's happening this one. There's nothing to do. Hold on that one. 56. Russell 2000. We're in this one. January expiration. We've got our sold the 197, bought the 200. That's right here. Coming back today, so we're making money in it. Down a good amount, but remember, we've got still several weeks till January expiration, and these big ETFs are very easy to roll. They're very liquid, even as they get in the money. So, like the XBI, IWM, SPY, these are all very easy to roll. DIA, the TLT is very easy to roll. I once had a TLT position open for months, just kept rolling and rolling and rolling until it comes back in your favor. But if you want to open something today, February, call side, Russell 2000. Sell the 217. No, sell 218. Sell 218 and buy 224. That's 600, yeah. Do that one. 140. 140 minus 71 divided by 2 divided by 600, 5.7%. That's okay. Put side. If you sold 188 and bought 180, that's $800 spread. 150 minus 76 divided by 2 divided by 800, 4.6. A little bit of call skew still. Do with it what you want. Marathon Digital. We looked at it yesterday. I can't remember. Down 7% today. This thing's wild. I think we were looking at the call side yesterday. If you were able to open something, congratulations. You're probably already out of it. Earnings are at the end of February. Like the rest of the market, crazy move up. Unsustainable. Now there'll be a big pullback. If you wanted to sell the call side, you may have missed it. And I don't know if I'd want to sell the put side either. February call side, you have to go all the way out to 42. And I'd buy the far out, you can buy 46. Sell 42, buy 46. That's 257 minus 221 divided by 2 divided by 400. Only 4.5%. I mean, if you were very, very, very risky and your account allows you to, you'd sell the call naked. I don't advise that. I know some people do. I don't. I need to sleep at night. Put side, if you want to sell, you don't get paid for it. You have to sell the 11. You get a whopping $30. But those are the numbers. So okay. Next on the list, Microsoft. Looked at this one yesterday. They have earnings coming up maybe? January 23rd, that's why. So we're going to start getting earnings pricing into the options price. as we get closer and closer to some of these big earnings names. Because let's be honest, Microsoft isn't that volatile at all until it gets to earnings, and then it loses its volatility again. Boring. We did trade Microsoft a couple months ago. I don't remember what it was. Maybe short call spread here somewhere? I can't remember. Or maybe it was here. I'd pass on Microsoft. Next. Fisker. Coinbase we already looked at. Riot 2. Let's take a look. Down 7% today. Fun. Earnings are February 29th. This is a crypto thing. Crypto must be down big today, huh? Call side, if you sold 25 and bought 30, good liquidity. 138 minus 98 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4% there. Put side, probably get paid on the put side. No, you don't. You'd have to sell 8s to a liquid. If you want to sell 12, sell 12 by 9, 101 minus 31 divided by 2 divided by 300, 11%. With a big warning sign on that. If you want 11.6% gain, there you go. I don't know if I'd want that. Down here, this one's very interesting. The 11 is very close. Or was the 12? Yeah, sell 12 by 9. Too close. Very close. I don't have the stomach for it. You're risking $300 to make 35. I wish. TLT we already looked at. SoFi no. Emerging market ETF. Bank of America has earnings. Upstart down 5%. Down 8%. Earnings are February 13th, so that's included in February expiration. Keep that in mind. Okay, interesting. I was wondering why. Zooming way out on the chart, trying to figure out why I caught resistance here at 50. Because the only culprit is way back here from March of 21. Interesting. Yeah. Cool. Well, that's where I found resistance. Put side, huh? Maybe. If you sold 22.5 and bought 17.5, 63 minus 21. Divided by 2, divided by 500, 4.2% there. If you want to be risky, sell 25 by 20. 101 minus 38 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6.3% there. Though 25 is a little close. No, it doesn't seem like it, but it is. 25 is right here. Call sign, huh? If you sold 57.5 and bought 62.5. 260 minus 201 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 6% there on the call side. So put skew for sure for obvious reasons, down almost 9% today. Upstart. The XBI we're already in. Silver and gold, already looked at those. The K-Web, nah. Intel we already looked at. They've got the event on January 8th. The EVP will report. Exciting stuff there. Good. Citigroup has earnings on the 17th. PayPal, no. Pfizer, no. Netflix, earnings on the 23rd. Exciting stuff there. I don't know that one. Nike has 0. We looked at Nike already. What was it? XBI. For those of you not in it, here's the XBI. Coming down today, what do we sell? We sold the 85 and bought the 90. So both of my strikes were underwater 2 days ago. Now coming back. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but I assume this big run-up will have a pullback in the early part of next year, like everything else. If it can get out of 85 before expiration, great. If not, we'll roll. I've had this position open since November 30th. That's way back here. It's moved away against me, coming back hopefully. I don't know why I opened this position here. But we did. So, if you want to open something today, yeah. Call side, sell 100, buy 105. 97 minus 1047 divided by 2 divided by 500, only 5% there. We're trying to get 27, so slightly better. Put side, maybe sell 79 and buy 74. 83 minus 54 divided by 2 divided by 500. Is that right? Let me do the math again. Maybe I messed it up. 83 minus 53 divided by 2 divided by 500. Yeah, bad. Don't sell the put side. Back to the list. Next page. Beyond Meat. No. No. Nope. No. GameStop, no. Hut. A weird one. I don't know this one. We looked at it either yesterday or the day before. What is this? Doesn't list a sector. Earnings are March 7th. Okay. Down 15% today for some apparent reason. No liquidity here. Put side maybe. Nothing. You would need to go out to the 5 and your 0 volume spread is 0.75. Couple more, then we'll call it for the year. Huh. TNA, Barrick Gold, no. Lyft, Billiby, American Airlines, a Bitcoin ETF, India. We must be getting desperate if we have an India ETF on the list. INDA. No liquidity. And phase we already looked at. Spirit Airlines is a joke. ARM we already looked at. No on that one. It's a $2 stock, $5 stock. Walgreens has earnings on the 4th. Wonderful. And then on the 8th, they got the 42nd annual JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. Delightful. Verizon has earnings on the 23rd. Cytokinetics had that big jump up a couple days ago. CYTK. I think it was too far moved though. CYTK, there were no strikes available. Green, green, green. Are there strikes available to sell? There are. You sold 110 and bought 115, but not very liquid. Look at the 120, 85, 205, 45, 200. Put side maybe, nothing. I think we're efficient at this point. All right, so it just looks like all of our positions are making some money today. Roku's coming back. Roku was a roll from our January loss. We shorted Roku here on the 3rd of November. Moved against us. By the time we got to December expiration, they had to roll it because it was all completely in the money. Pulling back now, so hopefully, what are you trying to get to on this one? 34? Yeah. Trying to get to 34 on this one. Looking for continued movement down next week. February Roku, not a lot of volatility. Must have earnings, I think. Yeah, February 14th. So February expiration includes earnings. So I would try to avoid that if at all possible. I've got the January position, which does not include earnings. If we need to roll again on Roku, we'll have to hold through earnings, which is not ideal, but it happens. I think that'll do it for today. I think that'll do it for the year. It's a long weekend again, so we'll be back on Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for all that have been watching this year. I appreciate it very, very much. I'll look forward to another successful year next year. This is a lot of fun, and thanks for watching. Tune in every morning, 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast and 10:15 a.m. on the East Coast. We go live every morning, trading options. Happy New Year, everybody. Enjoy the long weekend. See you next year, Tuesday morning. Have a good one.